I am Comedy. Welcome in, baby. How are y'all doing this evening? Y'all, welcome in. Y'all, welcome in. Y'all, we have some sad news. Remember there was a inmate back in December, y'all. He was, he was killed. He was unalive, and he was in the New York he was a New York City state inmate, and he passed away from being beat to death by the correction officers. So we know, like a week or two ago, they were basically arrested or arraigned, read their rights or whatever, what they're gonna charge him with. And now we have a second inmate, y'all. This is sad. I don't know what's going on with New York, but this inmate, he was a 22-year-old guy. He was in serving a prison sentence, I think up to 5 years. But needless to say, no matter what he was in there for, he was in there serving his time for whatever he did outside. But y'all, this is a very sad story, and I wanted to go ahead and get into it. So y'all, it says Messiah Nantwi's death at New York New York prison is under investigation. 15 employees have been placed on leave, right? So we already know whenever there are situations like this, they always place, the employees on admin leave whenever there is situations as such as this, right? But y'all, let's get into it. So it says New York City Governor Kathy Hochul ordered more than a dozen people to be placed on leave at the state as the state investigates the death of Messiah Nantwi at Mid-State Correctional Facility in Marcy, New York. Hochul said it appears extremely disturbing conduct led up to his death last week. Y'all, why is it that these inmates are passing away, getting killed in the hands of these correction officers? Y'all, this is sad. This is really sad. But y'all, let's continue. It says, at my direction, the Department of Corrections and Community Supervision has placed 15 individuals on leave in connection with the death of Messiah Nantwi, a 22-year-old individual incarcerated at Mid-State Correctional Facility. While the investigation into this incident is ongoing, early reports point to extremely disturbing conduct leading to Mr. Nantwi's death, and I am committed to accountability for all involved. The governor said in a statement, the people of New York extend our deepest condolences to Mr. Nantwi's family and his loved ones. Y'all, this is sad. Hey, Michael Miller. Hey, Chase, how are you? Welcome in. Y'all, I'm telling you, this situation is sad. This is the second inmate. Y'all remember Daryl Brooks, I think his name was. He was the first inmate. Remember, they beat him to death. They had it on camera. They were stuffing stuff in his mouth, to cut off his airways. They were kicking him, doing all kind of things to him, and he passed away back in December. This is a second inmate just months later. Y'all, this is sad. This is crazy. I don't know what's going on over here in New York, but y'all, it's a sad thing. But this situation, like I said, the governor has gave her condolences, and was saying that they put in those they said employees, and the individuals, they put those employees, as 15 of them, on leave. So y'all, this is crazy. Marius, anyway, welcome in, you guys. Smash the like button as you guys come in the building. Hey, Chase Keepers, welcome in. So y'all, let's continue. So it says the state police and correctional officers have declined to provide details of the incident, other than to say the 22-year-old died at the hospital in Utica. Y'all, why is it that this is the second inmate that has been, killed while in custody as an inmate? And this is crazy. This is really crazy, because this is the second inmate that has been, killed in a few months in New York, right? So let's continue. It says the New York County Defender Services, which had been representing Nantwi, I think his name is Nantwi, Natwi, Nantwi, as he awaited trial in the unaliving of two men, said on Monday he suffered a violent, senseless death at the hands of the correction officers. It says executive director Stan German described Notway as a bright young man dealing with significant mental health challenges following a violent upbringing. Wow. It says several months ago, I vowed that I would not allow violence to become normalized in our facilities. My commitment to this goal has never wavered. Our thoughts and prayers are with the family of Messiah Notway, but thoughts and prayers won't bring him back and won't change anything within our facilities. It's on us to create a culture that isn't based in violence and respects the lives of everyone in our care. Department of Corrections and Community Supervisor Commission Daniel Martesuelo III said in a statement, adding, "This cannot continue, and I would not allow these horrible acts to define us. It is time for this to end." Y'all, this is sad. Smash the like button as you guys come in the building. It says Notway had entered the state prison system last May and was serving a 5-year sentence for second-degree criminal possession of a weapon related to an exchange of gunfire with police in 2021. At the time, he was, shot multiple times while the officers were uninjured. New York State correction officers are still on strike in parts of the state. This says his death was reported as an illegal prison guard strike. As the illegal prison guard strike continues, because y'all know those prison guards that are in New York, they're on strike right now. They are striking, holding up their signs, doing all kind of stuff, and going on their little strike for whatever the reason is. It says it continues at 32 facilities, mostly in western and upstate New York. The governor has deployed the National Guard to shore up staffing and maintain security, and prisons have been on virtual lockdown while all visitations are canceled. Y'all, they didn't cancel all the visitations at the New York prisons and while they're going on strike. The state is taking steps to fire workers refusing to return, as well as canceling their health care and threatening charges. Oh wow. Oh, wow. This is a hot mess in New York, y'all. It says, as I've said for weeks, my top priority is the safety and well-being of all New Yorkers involved in the correctional system, from civilian employees to the National Guard to correction officers to incarcerated individuals. The ongoing legal work stoppage is a significant safety risk. And I once again reiterated the need for correctional officers to return to work. So y'all, these correction officers, they're on strike, and then they are being threatened to be fired, I guess, if they don't go back to work or whatever. Y'all, this is crazy. So here, y'all, Messiah and his parents, they spoke out. They spoke out like, we want answers. But y'all, one thing is it's a sad situation going on, but the thing is that, if he was already in there serving his time for whatever he did, this did not constitute these correction officers to be unaliving people while they are in the hands of the state, right? So this is sad.
Inside that facility and the facilities across the state, to let them know that we understand that they have these conditions, and they need their resources on the outside. We're going to be a voice for them as we continue to do. Let us now hear from one of the members of the Justice for Robin Brooks Coalition, Brittany Smith.
Was Messiah saving more lives and changing them? After surviving over 20 shots, After surviving over 20 shots, I just knew God had a bigger plan for me. And maybe in this unforeseen way, He still does. I was playing for Cardinal Hayes, undefeated that year. So I was a comedian. Even when he wasn't trying, he could make you laugh, with him or at him. Asai was failed. New York City failed him. NYPD, you targeted him. You shot him over 20 times.
Wow.
You smeared his name. You twisted the facts of that night. You deflected all accountability.
Wow.
New York State failed him. I was under the impression
And I believe this is his mother speaking out, y'all. This is sad.
that New York State does not exercise death penalties. When the correctional officers become judges and executioners, I had to stay quiet after the shooting. I had to remain silent during his healing. As his PTSD worsens and I watched my baby drift away, further and further away from me. Messiah was no longer there.
Wow. Sad.
After his devastating actions, to his families, my deepest, deepest, deepest condolences to the families of his victims.
That's right. This is the second time that she has to recuse herself.
Yeah, this is sad, Jamil. Yes, put the prayer hands in the chat for this young boy. Even though, like I said, he was an inmate, he was serving his time. This does not constitute the correction officers beating him to death, y'all. This is sad, and this is an ongoing situation. This is the second death of an inmate in New York in the last couple of years. Hey, Goddess News, welcome in.
Because she represents those officers. That's right. But we need some good, strong legislation. That's right. So that can be prevented. That's right.
Oh, Goddess, thank you for their heart. Thank you, Goddess. Hey, Teresa, how are you? Y'all welcome in. Smash the like button. This is the second New York inmate that has been killed by correctional officers, y'all. Let's get the likes up.
We also need to make sure that those individuals that was witnesses be protected, because there's some retaliation that's happening inside these facilities because different incarcerated individuals speak up because they saw.
Yeah, Jamil says this is my first time hearing this case. Yeah, this case is new. It just happened, I think, like maybe 2 weeks ago when this situation happened, but it's pretty brand new. But it's sad. This young man, he was in a facility, a correctional facility in New York, and he was killed by correction officers. They put 15 correction officers on leave in reference to this case.
Something, and they said something. That's right. We understand that there may be some video. Well, whatever video, whether it's a little bit or a lot, we need to see the video. That's right. We don't believe just words of mouth. Minnesota, stringing justice for George Floyd. They killed young Dante Wright. That's right. Right in Minnesota. That's right. They're letting us know loud and clear that they don't care. That's right. In the midst of them striking for quote unquote saying that they need some type of medical care, they need some type of help inside these facilities. But guess what? These incarcerated individuals need help. Brady Smith from wrongfully convicted, families of the wrongfully convicted.
And y'all, it's really windy on this video because I think the wind is blowing. Welcome in, Darlene. The wind is blowing in this video, but we're gonna bear with them. But yes, this situation is where the parents are speaking out about the death of their son at the Mid-State Correctional Facility.
cages. Just
Mr. Adams, where are you? What about that? Miss Hopeful, where are you?
Do you have a sense on what was going on with these results?
I don't know. I don't know. Unfortunately, I lost contact for various reasons. I was pushed away. Messiah's story. Messiah had heroes. Messiah tried. Messiah had many people behind him. And unfortunately, he had a parent that pushed all of us away.
What would you say if you knew that there were similar incidents right before? What else can I say?
And y'all, this is his mother. You know, she's hurt. She's speaking out. She's, giving her speech. Of course she's hurt. But this is them doing like a kind of like a, I don't know if it's like a protest outside of the prison, but she's, giving, her thoughts on, of course, how she feels about her son being killed by these correction officers. This is terrible.
And we all know what we want to say to this. Enough.
I was just sitting on the side thinking, when is enough enough? I immediately went to mid-state 2 days after they murdered Messiah, and just to have a chat with the incarcerated individuals who resided in the dorm that Messiah was murdered in. Needless to say that the morale was fearful, very low, and untrusting.
Justice for Messiah!
Oh my goodness. I mean, y'all, this is crazy. 15 correction officers. I believe the last one with Daryl, I think his name was Daryl Brooks in at Marcy Prison. I did a video on that. I believe it was like 10 officers, I believe. But y'all, this is becoming like a whole situation. The correction officers, from what I'm hearing, what I know, they're on strike and they are getting fired because if they're not going back to work, they are getting fired. But this situation is seems like I said, it's the second one just in a couple of months that this has happened. Messiah was only 22 years old. He was very young. But one thing, like I said, he was already serving his time. Why, his life ended in there, they are still investigating that. From what I hear, they said they probably have footage, but it's probably not footage like the other ones. Y'all remember that Daryl Brooks? Remember, I think his name was Daryl Brooks. But anyway, he was an inmate at Marcy. Remember his video went viral. He was an inmate there. He was getting like kicked, beat up, and everything, and they recorded it. Remember on their the police cams, and it was very sad. I mean, they were stuffing stuff down his throat. They were doing all kind of stuff. But y'all, I'm telling you, these facilities, yes, they need to do a thorough investigation and they need to do some restructuring of their employees at these facilities. But this is the Long Island Auditor. If you guys are not aware of him, I love the Long Island Auditor's videos. He went to the facility and he wanted to ask, why did they murder this inmate, this 22-year-old Nantwi? Why'd they murder him? So we're gonna listen to what this the Long Island Auditor has to say and has to ask them.
How are you?
Maybe step out, please.
It's not a restricted area.
It is. You're in a restricted area.
Where does it say?
Okay, Sean, you can't be in here.
Where does it say that?
Sean, you can't be in here. I'm gonna stand right here, Sean.
That's fine, sir. You can stand wherever you want. This is public. He had his fingers broken, his ankle broken, head fractured. Have you guys heard any reports of that? Are you going to investigate that?
I don't know.
What do you think would happen if somebody beat one of your coworkers to death on video? You think it'd take 2.5 months to bring him to justice? I don't think so, State Trooper.
Y'all smash the like button. Let's get the likes up. This is the New York, the Long Island Auditor. He went, like I said, to the facility and he was asking why they were, why did another inmate get murdered? But y'all, when he goes, let me turn the camera. When he goes, y'all, welcome in the building. When the Long Island Auditor goes to these facilities, because he went to Marcy as well. Marcy was where Daryl Brooks got murdered at, right? He was an inmate. He went there asking him questions, and it seemed like those correction officers were scared of him. But this Long Island Auditor, he knows the law. He knows, how to basically push it to the limits, and he knows where he's wrong at. But y'all, he went there and he was asking him because he wants to get justice for all these inmates. They're innocent. People, when they're being in there, they're not innocent. I'm not saying that. I'm sorry. Let me recant that. They are in there serving their time, but they should not be abused and killed while they are inmates of the state. So y'all, these people are doing these things, these inmates, these correction officers are doing awful things to these inmates, ending their lives and killing them. But y'all, let's continue.
That's BS. I just wanted to ask some questions about the murder of Messiah Nantwi in Marcy. Oh, my name is Sean, sir.
Sean what?
Just Sean.
Just Sean.
Yes, sir. Instead of following me around, you could be walking around inside the correctional facility, making sure people aren't getting beaten and murdered.
Wow. Yes, the Long Island Auditor, he went to the prison and he's trying to get answers, but they beat and killed an inmate. This is the second inmate just in a few months. Remember, the last one was in December. Y'all, they killed Daryl Brooks in Marcy Correctional Facility. Now they over here at another correctional facility trying to get these answers, because this is the second one just in a couple of months, and that is very crazy.
Today we're at the New York State Department of Corrections Mid-State facility. Unfortunately, another inmate has been brutally beaten. Messiah Nantwi was brutally beaten by correctional officers here, while National Guard apparently stood by and kept the watch. I'm sure you all remember what happened to Robert Brooks, the heinous and brutal murder of Robert Brooks at Marcy Correctional Facility, which is right down the road here from Mid-State. So this hub here has a serious problem with abuse, violent murder, and they cannot keep getting away with it. So we came here to investigate, exercise our First Amendment right, and exercise our statutory right under the New Yorkers' Right to Monitor Act. Let's get into it. So it looks like they are in the...
Every month, this
We're gonna skip this commercial, you guys.
Watchtower here. Looks like they already have a state police officer coming out. I don't know if they're stationed here or what's going on.
How you doing?
Hey, sir, how are you?
Good. Can I help you with?
Nothing right now, sir. Just your name and badge number, if I may.
It's Trooper Bruce Stefano.
And your name and badge number, ma'am?
Sergeant Kavinsky, 5190.
Hi, guys. Nice to meet you.
What's going on?
Yes, Gene, Long Island Auditor is awesome and amazing. He knows the law. He knows what to do, what to say, what not to say. But let me tell you, the Long Island Auditor, he knows his stuff, you guys. And he wants justice for everybody, just wants everything to be right and fair as it should be. So he goes and questions and he tries to get these answers, as he should. He does, this reporting, and y'all, he does an amazing job. But yeah, let's continue.
I'm just investigating the murder of Messiah Nantwi that was here, that occurred here at Mid-State. Reports that he was brutally beaten, just like Robert Brooks was in Marcy. Oh, my name is Sean, sir.
Sean what?
Just Sean.
Just Sean.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Just Sean. That was a quick response. Apparently, the New York State Police are here at the correctional facility, stationed here.
Hey, Tammy, welcome in, y'all. If y'all are just joining us, there has been a second New York State inmate that was murdered by the hands of correction officers. A 22-year-old, his name is Messiah, and this is the Long Island Auditor going to the prison where he was killed, trying to get some answers, y'all. Let's continue. Smash the like button.
Looks like we have a National Guard vehicle over here. So we have the visitor hospitality building over here. See if anybody's in here. I've never had state police arrive that fast. Again, they obviously were already stationed here. So these doors are locked. Hey, how are we doing? I just wanted to ask some questions about the murder of Messiah Nantwi. You're not in the position to comment on it? Did you participate in the strike? You too. Have a nice day. We're going to ask as many correctional officers as we possibly can. Looks like the state police are back again.
Y'all, this video is very sad because this young boy, 22 years old, lost his life at the hands of 15 correction officers. Very sad. But Long Island Auditor, y'all, he is hilarious. Let me just say that, right? Despite the sad situation, he is going and fighting for justice on behalf of Messiah, the 22-year-old inmate that got killed. But when he goes, y'all, I'm telling you, he does not be playing with these people, y'all. He be asking them questions and he be having me dying laughing. Hey, Jessica, welcome in, y'all. Let's continue.
Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, how are you? I was just wondering, are you guys doing visits right now, or do you work for the Department of Corrections?
Step outside this facility.
Yeah, just don't put your hands on me. I'm
not touching you, sorry.
Oh, no, you just made it seem like you're
I know,
going
I need
to.
you to step outside,
So,
Oh Lord, the Long Island Auditor's like, don't you put your hands on me. Look, don't put your hands on me, y'all. Oh my God, this is hilarious. But he is going to get these answers and he does not care. He will go in there and ask them and let them know, like he said, hey, don't touch me, y'all. This is crazy.
I'm the mailroom supervisor.
Is this the mailroom?
Yep.
Okay.
You need to step outside.
Oh, okay.
This is a secure building.
But it's not so secure if I got here, right?
How is this a secured building, sir, when he walked right in? How does that even, sir, go sit down. You don't even know your job. I'm telling you, these people don't know their job, y'all. Let's continue.
Please step out.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Maybe step out, please.
Who are you, sir?
Come in here.
Can I ask you some questions about a murder that took place here?
Been in a
Oh,
Here's
I'm
exactly
telling
how-
you, the Long Island Auditor, let's skip this commercial. He ain't playing no games, y'all. No pain, no gain.
Officer, can I ask you some questions about the murder that took place here, Messiah?
Sir, please step outside.
I'm just asking some questions.
Hey, you're not allowed to be in this building. Please step out.
Who are you,
I'm
sir?
asking you to please step out.
State police are right there, sir.
I need you to step out of the building, please. You're not
Yes, sir.
allowed to be in here.
Would you like to answer some questions?
Please step out of the building.
Can you answer some of my questions, sir?
Yes, they don't know their job because as soon as a Long Island Auditor came in there, they're like, asking a question, whatever, and then he say, this is a secured building, knowing that there was no pad, there was no keypad, it wasn't no like scan in card to unlock the door. He walked in. He walked straight into the mailroom with no problem. And this man, this employee is saying, oh, this is a secured facility. It's evidently not, because the Long Island Auditor walked right in, right?
A depraved murder happened here yet again.
Step out of the building.
Robert Brooks.
I meant you to please step out of the building.
The same thing that happened to Robert Brooks happened to somebody else.
Sir, can you please step out of the building?
Would you like to comment on that?
I have no
This is a
comment.
publicly accessible area.
Please.
This is a publicly accessible area. There is no restricted area signs anywhere. There aren't any restricted area signs anywhere. Can you point out the restricted area signs, sir?
Look, the Long Island Auditor, he is off the chain. He's like, can you show me the restricted area signs? Y'all, this is crazy.
Excuse me, sir. Please don't touch me.
Oh, I'm not touching you, sir. Yeah. This is not a restricted area.
It is.
You're in a restricted area. What does it say?
Okay, Sean, Where does it, where does it say that?
Sean, you can't be in here.
I just walked in, the door was open. Excuse me, sir.
Oh my God, I'm weak.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's go, Sean.
I don't want you to hold down.
Sean, we gotta go that way. You can't. You're not going back inside. Sean.
I'm not going inside. You said he's locking the door. I'm not going to go inside.
Okay. All right.
I'm not going to go
I'm
inside.
gonna stand right here, Sean.
That's fine, sir. You can stand wherever you want. This is
All right.
public. You can stand wherever you like.
All right.
I'm just asking questions of the employees here. Get.
Hey, Ray Love, welcome in. If y'all are just joining me, y'all, this is the new Long Island, New York auditor. He's at the prison where the 22-year-old Messiah was killed. He just walked into the facility. They're saying that it's a secure facility, but he literally just walked in. This is going on at a lot of, employment facilities, a lot of jobs, right? A lot of people may not even know their job. I mean, he walked in and he was like, this is a secured area. But while I walked in, it don't seem secure to me. I didn't scan no card. All I did was pull the door, it opened, and I walked in. Y'all, people trip me out as to what they think they know when they're at work and they don't even know the simple things, right? It's crazy.
And I just want to point out that there's no restricted area signs here. The door was open. I walked in to ask questions.
Okay.
There's nothing nefarious
Well,
going
they
on
asked you
here.
to leave and you left.
Right, yeah.
But there's no reason to stand here right now.
Well, there is a reason, because I want anybody that's coming in at the door, I want to ask them questions.
Okay.
There was
who's gonna come through this door now?
There was a depraved murder that took place here, sir.
But Sean, nobody's coming.
As an investigative journalist, I'm asking questions about what happened here. That's it.
Right. But what I'm saying is, I'm just
not
telling you right
escalating
now.
the situation.
Nobody's coming to this door now.
Okay.
Okay.
So what does it matter then? What does it matter if I'm standing here?
We'll just hang out here.
Okay, that's fine. So we have some portable restrooms over here. Let's see if we can find anybody else to talk to. We don't want to deal with the state police. So this is apparently the mail room here. What are you doing here, sir?
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
We're up patrol.
You're
just here.
You patrol correctional facilities?
No, we're just here. That's why we're here.
You're just here.
So I believe that they are there because of the killing of this 22-year-old inmate. But y'all, I'm telling you, the Long Island auditor, he don't play no games. He is not scared. He's trying to go into every door he can get into.
I've been to a lot of correctional. I told you that already, but why? I told you that, even though I don't have to, but I told you.
Yeah.
So I've been to a lot of correctional facilities during my investigation. I've never seen the state police patrolling. Is there like some sort of security threat going on?
No,
Or
there's no security threat.
you're just patrolling?
That's it.
Well, I mean, I would argue the security threat. These correctional officers are killing people. They're killing inmates, human beings.
He said these correction officers are killing people. He like you. That's like basically a dumb question. Like, why am I here? You know why I'm here. I'm trying to get some answers, right? I want to know why these correction officers are killing these inmates when they are already serving time. Who are these correction officers basically to be killing these inmates? They don't have no jurisdictions over these inmates. No, the law does, right? The law, what the judges sentence these inmates to do, they're in there serving their time. And then for them to be beat up and unalive, y'all, this is terrible.
Oh, I understand it's being investigated. I mean, the last time they brutally murdered somebody, it took 2.5 months for charges to be
Well,
brought.
investigations take a while. You know,
When they're on video?
we're very thorough.
When they're on video? What do you think would happen if somebody beat one of your coworkers to death on video? You think it'd take 2.5 months to bring him to justice? I don't think so, State Trooper.
It would take a while.
If it was on video, somebody beating to death a state trooper, do you think that it would take 2.5 months before they're brought to justice? You think that?
No, it absolutely should not, because when you have video footage, let me turn the camera. When you have video footage and the evidence, they're going to arrest you like that, right? There's no way that they're going to wait all this time to bring you in the handcuffs to the judge to go face these charges. Absolutely not. This is crazy, y'all.
Okay. All right. No problem. You know that's BS. You know that's BS.
Exactly. Are those inmates?
Do you guys have any stories about what's going on here at Mid-State? Excuse me.
They have nothing to say to you.
Excuse me.
Are they inmates?
Okay, this
Uh-oh.
was not a want. It was
Let
a
me
need.
skip this commercial, y'all. I wonder if those were inmates or just somebody walking by. I don't know. Let's see.
What's going on here at Midstate? There are people dying inside. Do you have any comment on what's going on here? No? Do you work here?
No.
You don't work here?
Is he an inmate, I wonder?
Long Island Audit at Gmail if you want to be a whistleblower. Long Island Audit at Gmail. I'll keep it confidential.
He might be an
A
inmate.
lot of brutal murders going on here in the Department of Corrections. It ain't right.
He may be a
Wait day here, ladies
trustee.
and gentlemen. Do you see how the law enforcement officers love to escalate? I'm an independent journalist and walked into an open door. Didn't have any restricted area signs anywhere. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong. I'm asking questions. These people are murderers or they're covering up for murderers. They're complicit. They're complicit. And I have the state police following me around everywhere as I'm engaging in a constitutionally and statutorily protected activity here in New York State. Excuse me, your supervisor. Excuse me, sir. Would you like to speak to me, sir?
They locking doors and everything, y'all. They is scared of him.
Are you... There's people that are brutally murdered in this facility. Would you like to speak? I know you can hear me. You're a lieutenant, right? So this is normally a publicly accessible area, but they just closed the door. Apparently, law enforcement has nothing better to do than to follow me around everywhere. Sir, I got
Oh, yes. Shannon, you brought up a very good point. You brought up a good point. If you guys don't remember, there was a story in Georgia, and I said this before on one of my lives, about these organs. Do y'all know that in Georgia there was a boy in high school? I don't know what happened. He ended up being rolled up in a mat. They took his organs out of his body. When he went to go get the autopsy, the doctor was like, all of his organs are missing, and they stuffed them with newspaper. So is this a thing that they're doing to these inmates, trying to kill them for their organs? Y'all, if y'all have any family members in prison, please check on them, because I'm telling you, this stuff is crazy, and they will sell these organs for a lot of money, right? Let's continue.
I got a report. Hey, how are you? I got a report that the
Tawan, yes, Kendrick Johnson, yes, Kendrick Johnson. I made a video back months ago on him. Yes, so sad, so sad. He was only like I think he was like maybe 10th or 11th grade, and his family, when they did the autopsy, all of his organs were gone. I was like, that's crazy.
there's an inmate inside. His first name's Christopher. That he made a call to his family that he was also beaten here. He had his fingers broken, his ankle broken, head fractured, and have you guys heard any reports of that? Are you going to investigate that?
I don't know. Do you wanna?
Yes, Tammy, craziness. Yes, this is crazy. How are you an inmate serving your time already, whatever the judge gave you, and you go to jail, you're serving your time, no matter, even if you cut up, act up, or whatever, right? It doesn't constitute the correction officers beating you up and killing you. This is crazy.
You want to speak to one of our investigators? Would you like to bring that information to our investigators?
Oh, sure. I'll stop by the state police. I'll stop by the state police barracks, and I'll let them know. But I was
Do you
just,
want-
I didn't know if you were here because you're investigating that.
No,
because
do you want us to we can help you do that.
right. No, I'm just saying. I get, as an independent journalist, people who contact me with tips,
Right.
and they had told me that one of their loved ones, whose first name is Christopher here, that he was brutally beaten, and he had
know his last name.
I don't want to give you his last name right now. I
Oh.
don't want any retaliation.
Oh, wow. So he's even talking about a different inmate from Messiah. Some inmate named Christopher that's getting beat. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is crazy. Y'all, I don't know what's going on in New York, but it seems like they are beating these inmates up. Y'all, this is crazy. Wow.
On his part, because he is still alive as of now, unlike Messiah Nantwi, and Robert Brooks. So I don't want to keep him alive. Beating is better than being dead. So, yeah, I was just wondering, maybe, I didn't know if you heard that. Did you get any
No, I haven't
complaints?
heard of that.
You
But
haven't
like I
heard
said,
any of
if what we can do is we can put you in contact with some of our investigators, and maybe we can help.
Sure, I'll do that. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So right here we have one of the National Guard vehicles. For those of you who do not know, the National Guard, the New York National Guard, was called in by the governor when 90% of the correctional officers here in New York State went on strike, again, to protest their working conditions the same week that their brothers in blue were indicted on depraved murder charges. The same week. So, to me, as a critical logical thinker,
Y'all, let's take the time to smash the like button, y'all. This story, I mean, it is very, very crazy. For just a few months ago, another inmate, got killed, Daryl Brooks, at another facility, which is down the road, Marcy, New York State, state prison, yeah. And he got killed. And y'all, if you guys did not see that video, OMG, the video of Daryl Brooks being, beat to death, y'all, that video was sad. I'm not sure if you guys watched it. I did a live on it, but y'all, that was OMG heart-wrenching. Heart-wrenching. But y'all, let's continue.
it seems to me that they're really protesting their brothers in blue being held accountable for depraved murder. Because they're going to protest their working conditions as their brothers and sisters in blue are brutally murdering inmates. And it's not like this is a one-off. This happens all the time. It just happened again.
Oh, Tawan. Tawan said, I heard they threw Brooks out the window. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Teresa said the Stanford experiment. This is crazy. Whatever it is, even the correction officers are striking, and from what I heard and understood, is because of the work conditions. I mean, what do the work conditions look like in these facilities? Are they short staffed? People don't want to work there. I mean, I have no clue. But y'all, let's continue.
You think that officers being indicted on depraved murder would stop them from doing it again or make them more hesitant? They just did it again. There's
That's
already
crazy.
probable cause in the case. So now they have National Guard staying in the cells, sleeping in the cells to work the prisons, because apparently...
Oh, wow. They got the National Guard sleeping in the prisons, in the cell. Y'all, what is going on? Oh my, I didn't know that the National Guards was in the prison and sleeping there and being guards inside the prison. Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Were you recently injured in a car?
That is crazy. That's the first time I heard of that. That is like beyond belief. Wow. Wow.
They were watching out while the man was being murdered. So in here, doesn't seem like there's really much of anything. Hello, does anybody have any information on what happened to Messiah Nantwi here? Brutally beaten. Lost his life. Any information?
Those are probably employees.
Regarding what's going on here at Mid-State? No one has any information. No one cares. You don't care what happened. What about... Hi, do you have any information on what happened to Messiah?
Exactly, Tammy. Tammy says these inmates are doing time for the same thing these COs did, and it's being treated like it's nothing. Tammy, facts. You are absolutely right. Then they are taking forever to arrest these correction officers. Daryl Brooks, he got killed back in like December 10th, I believe it was, right? They just barely, arrested and brought them to court like maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that. How is this? If this was somebody on the streets that was doing this, unaliving people, y'all, they would hurry up and go get them. Why is it taking so long for them to arrest these correction officers? This is crazy. This is crazy.
20 here? No. Do you care that people are being brutally beaten and murdered here at this facility?
Where are you parked, though?
Do you care? No?
Wow.
Okay. I'll take that as a no. Absolutely disgusting. Can you condemn the brutal murders? No.
Wow.
Instead of following me around, you could be walking around inside the correctional facility, making sure people aren't getting beaten and murdered. That's what you could be doing. Instead of following me around, you could be walking inside the correctional facility here, actually protecting people's lives and holding criminals accountable. Disgusting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, nobody wants to talk to us. They have closed off all of the publicly accessible areas here at Mid-State Correctional Facility since we started asking questions.
Well, Agent Smith says keep in mind that the cameraman John Paul Reyes served 3 to 5 years in Suffolk prison for a armed robbery and is one of the worst wait grifters in the First Amendment auditor racket. Okay, even if let me say this, Agent Smith, even if he is, even if he went to prison, he probably seen a lot in prison, right? So he is still trying to get these rights for these inmates. So it doesn't matter if he was in there or if he wasn't. It still remains the fact that no inmate deserves to be killed while they are in custody of the state as an inmate. So it's sad. Tammy says he's not a threat. He's not a threat. The CEOs are. Exactly, Tammy. Goddess says, is that even legal for them to do that? No, absolutely not, Goddess. They are doing stuff. They have the beat up squad. The beat up squad, I believe it was at Marcy Prison. The beat up squad beating up these inmates and doing all this crazy stuff. And that is not, even though these inmates, maybe even if they're rough inmates, they have a protocol to follow. Just because they are acting up and stuff, and this probably, I'm not saying it's the easy job to be no CEO. I've never been one, but I can imagine. But it's still, they have a protocol how to take care of these inmates in certain situations. And killing and beating them to death is not the answer. I'm sorry.
It's absolutely ridiculous what's happening here in New York State. People are losing their lives at the hands of correctional officers, and they have the nerve to strike because they're not getting paid enough, and they are, protesting apparently their working conditions when they can just go get another job. It's absolutely disgusting to me that they started this strike the same exact week their brothers in blue were indicted on depraved murder charges for the murder of Robert Brooks. And then right across the street, Marcy, where that took place, now we're at Mid-State. Mid-State, another individual, Messiah Nantwi, has died, murdered by correctional officers. They're not releasing the body camera footage as of yet, but they just keep on murdering people. They keep on hurting people brutally,
Sad.
jumping them. I got reports of another inmate that is in the special housing unit, also known as the box here in Mid-State. His family reached out to me saying that he was brutally beaten. His fingers broken, his ankle broken.
Wow.
Fractured.
So this is like, it sounds like it's a problem, and they've been doing this, and they need to really investigate this. It's like I said, it doesn't matter what these inmates done on the streets. They are in there serving their time. Nobody is deserves to be treated the way that they are being treated inside. Now, like I said, if they are doing and being a terrible uncontrollable inmate or whatever, there's a protocol for that. And it's not death. It's not beating them down. It's not beating them and killing them. I'm sorry. That's just not the answer to that situation.
Skull.
Everyone knows you need a lawyer after.
Uh-oh, let's skip this commercial. But yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy.
His cellmate was forced to clean up all the blood with a mop.
Wow.
So it's absolutely ridiculous what's going on here. There needs to be accountability. There needs to be transparency. And, the one good thing I will say is that every time I've come to a correctional facility, they've always given me problems about recording and exercising my First Amendment right. And now, apparently we just have state police following us around. No one's trying to kick us off the publicly accessible property, the taxpayer put on property. So at least they learned their lesson there that we are engaged in constitutionally protected activity and a statutorily protected activity here in New York. But we want answers. I made this video to bring awareness to what's going on here in the New York State Department of Corrections Again, I received emails from many people saying that their loved ones are here incarcerated and they are getting abused. They are getting physically and mentally abused.
Oh, Twan, don't worry. We send him to the block party because one thing for sure, two things for certain. People go to prison, of course, for not doing great things. You know, they don't land up. There's some innocent people in prison though too. Let's say that. But at the same time, even if they are doing bad stuff on the streets, that doesn't constitute them going into prison and then being killed by these correction officers, right? Oh, you're welcome, Twan. Yes. So it's sad. Goddess says it's crazy how you become a CO and then turn around and be an inmate. Yeah, that's crazy too. And at the last facility, I can't remember if it was 10 or 15, but I know this one, I believe, is 15 of those people are, 15 of the correction officers are on leave right now. Why they not in handcuffs, I don't know, but they should be. Lisa, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Jessica said it doesn't matter. And then when they serve their time, they want to add more time to that. That's very crazy. Yes, let me say that whenever these inmates go in there and they unalive another inmate, they beat them up, and they fight and they're being like bad inmates there, yeah, they do add time. But why is it that these correction officers killed this 22-year-old inmate, and then why aren't they not in the shackles? Why are they not in the handcuffs? Why are they not getting some answering to the judge, right? Because if it was somebody on the street, they would try to hurry up and go get them. But these people are doing the crime in the prison, and they know where they live because they were employees, right? They were COs. This is crazy. They should be they should have been in the shackles that next day.
Because of the 90% of correctional officers that are on strike, they are not being fed properly. They're not going to medical when they need to go to medical. It's absolutely insane. They're not being able to speak to their lawyers. They're not getting any visits. They are essentially locked down 24/7 because of the correctional officers going on strike, apparently, for their working conditions. Again, they could find new jobs. If you don't like your taxpayer-funded pension, your discounted medical, overtime, and everything else you got going on for you, you can find a new job. Don't go on strike, which is illegal. There's a law in New York State. It's illegal for public servants to go on strike, especially correctional officers. Don't break the law and put other people's lives in jeopardy and make the living conditions for other people horrible because you want more money or you don't want to work 24 hours straight. If you don't want that, go find a new job. It's as simple as that. But, unfortunately, I don't think they can. I don't know what skills are needed to become a correctional officer, but, I don't know what job is comparable to that. But if you don't like your job, quit. Don't break the law. Don't brutally murder people. Don't brutally beat people. It's ridiculous. So I want to use this platform. Make sure you hit the like button, share this video so we can really...
Thank you, Tina. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so this situation is very, like I said, it's very sad, very heart-wrenching to see that when these New York State inmates go into prison, they are treated like they are like not, I don't even say animals, because you shouldn't even be treating animals like that, right? They were, beat to death and held inhumane, It is crazy. It is so crazy how this situation happens. And it's really crazy because there is no way that these these inmates should be no way that these inmates should be killed, y'all. This is sad. This is sad. This is crazy. But it's what's happening. New York really and truly needs to do a whole reconstruction of their prison facilities. I'm just saying, there's no way that this is the second inmate being killed in just a few months. December 10th, I believe it was Daryl Brooks, and then like 2 weeks ago it was Messiah, which he was 22. Daryl Brooks was like 42 or 43, I think. But y'all, this is crazy, right? like I said, nobody is perfect. And of course, they're in there for a reason. No, they're not, they're, like I said, there's innocent people in there, but also people that probably deserve to be in there. But whenever there's situations that arise from like fighting, not doing what the CO is saying, this, that, and the third, it doesn't constitute a CO, killing them. In a group of them, 15. I mean, could y'all imagine if y'all were in custody and it was 15 15 correction officers to you as an inmate, and then that you're in shackles, you got the shackles on your hands, on the feet, or whatever, you're constrained in some type of way, shape, or form, and then they're doing these things to you. You are really defenseless, right? You are completely defenseless. Tammy says Elon, Trump's right-hand man, is allegedly pushing for the George Floyd cop to get out. Oh, wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm telling you, y'all, I don't know. 2025 has been started off, popping, right? Crazy. Really crazy, right? Hey Tina, how are you? Yes, crazy. And oh my God, that is some crazy news, Tammy. That is crazy. I cannot believe that. That is crazy. But I do want to say that these correction officers should be already in jail. And why are they in walking the streets, still able to spend time with their family, while this person is passed away? They cannot do anything. And the mother, she is suffering because she's like, my son got killed by the hands of correction officers. I know she knows her son was probably not, he had some issues probably from what I read, but did he deserve to be killed? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The photo booth chick said they are trying to pee us off. Don't move, don't react. Ray Love says Pandemonio 2025. I'm telling you, this is crazy. The photo booth says they are trying to, Tammy says, so don't look for Mr. MAGA or GAF about convicts, period. Y'all, Tabby, this is crazy, right? This is, crazy is beyond belief. But like I said, the Long Island Auditor, he goes there to the prisons and he be asking questions, as he should, as all of us should. I don't have any, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know anybody in New York State, of course, state penitentiaries. But if y'all have somebody up in that, where was it? Marcy, and then the correction facility down the street from Marcy, y'all need to check on y'all's people, because they are doing this. They're not only doing it just to one or two. This situation has happened to a lot of them. And let me say this. Positive Energy says, wow, first I heard of this. Yes, it's really sad. And I do want to say that I don't know if they're like really understaffed. We already know that they're having issues with the correction officers going on strike, but are they even being treated bad by their higher ups or whatever? Is this like a zoo or something, where just go in there and work, and then the inmates are living in there, and it's just a crazy like work environment? I don't know exactly what the work environment entails, but they are saying the work environment is terrible. Is it because they're short staffed? If they're short staffed, of course, they have inmates. Some inmates are probably rowdy. They're, they don't want to listen, or whatever the case may be. But like I said, at the end of the day, they are not in there to wait to be killed by correction officers, and by the boatload, 15 correction officers. Absolutely not. Those correction officers, they need to be dealt with, and they need to be arrested as soon as they say that this person got killed. Why does it take so long for them to put these correction officers in handcuffs? And they know what happened. And I know they got the surveillance tape, but they didn't want to release it, because when they released Darrell Brooks, y'all, that footage, oh man, that was horrible. They should have been arrested, all of them men, especially the ones that was like, I mean, you knew close up which correction officers they were. They waited almost, I mean, these correction officers, they were able to go to things, to Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, and then they decide months later to bring them in for charges. That doesn't register with my brain. Tammy says, imagine how many times this has happened that we didn't hear. I know, right, Tammy? A lot. This is terrible. These inmates should not be in facilities that the correction officers are taking the law into their own hands. They already dealt with the law. They already been to court for what they've done. Who are you as a correction officer, able to take whatever the law into your own hand and do this? This is terrible. But y'all, I'm telling you, we got to stay prayed up. These stuff is crazy. If y'all have any New York, any family members in the prison system in New York, y'all please check on them. And if there's somebody, family member saying they are getting beat up or whatever, see if you could try to get them some help. However, because this is not fair, because even the Long Island Auditor was like, another guy in there is getting beat up, his fingers, the cellmate had to clean up his blood. Y'all, that's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. Vanita says, God don't like ugly. You are absolutely right. Tammy says, I've been waiting to hear about the cops that took Tyree Nichols away from his family. I didn't hear about that. I'm gonna have to look that up. Tammy, let me I'm gonna have to look that up. I haven't heard of, wait, Tyree Nichols. I haven't heard of that. Or maybe I did hear of it and I just not realizing it. But I need to check on that. Jessica said, imagine how many times this has happened. Just imagine, and they always put these people on lockdown. Yes, that's what Tammy said. Pretty much. I think it was Tammy or somebody says. But yeah, the photo booth says the innocent people will not get a pardon unless they pay. Y'all, this is crazy. I'm telling you, this whole situation is crazy. But y'all, I'm not going to keep you guys. Thanks for stopping in, y'all. If y'all have any family in the New York State penitentiaries, please check on them. And if they are saying they're being beat up by these correction officers, try to get some kind of help. Try to reach out to somebody, whoever y'all can reach out to, because this is not right. They're there to serve their time. They're not there to be beat up and killed by groups of correction officers who feels like they need to take them out of here. But y'all, thanks for stopping by. Always lead with love, peace, and tranquility, as I always say, y'all. And y'all, we gonna do it again tomorrow, because what is going on tomorrow? What is popping? The Diddy superseding indictment. So y'all, we will be coming to y'all live, hot on the press tomorrow, as soon as we find out that the diddler, Diddy Doo Wop Bop Bop, is in court. We don't know. He may be looking like he's hungry. He lost some weight. He may be looking like the Black Santa Claus. I don't know. But we will see. We gonna see, y'all. We gonna see, right? So Tabby says checkmate. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. God is good night. Thank you all to my mods, everybody in the building that came by. Love you guys. Thank you guys for showing love and support. Subscribe to my channel. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And y'all, tomorrow is going to be all day, probably live. Might be going live for like 6 hours, because we trying to see what's going on with the superseding indictment. But y'all, be good. Night, sleep tight. Always lead with love, peace, and tranquility, as I always say. And y'all, we will see y'all tomorrow. We on Diddy Watch. Bye.